2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wyatt. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They toss it left side to Chubb. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Johnson. Room here. There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Wyatt. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Wyatt. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Wyatt, that's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Wyatt, open man is Samuel, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw on 2nd down. Wyatt, that's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going. It got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening,
really, dude? Fucking really?
No one plays well.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Allen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Allen. But it's brought in by Washington. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Check 15. Check 15. Alert! He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Go. Go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the out. Watch the out.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Alexander. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Wyatt. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wyatt. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
You don't
From the gun, Wyatt. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wyatt. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watch the run, watch the run. 42 the mark, 42. 42 the mark. 19, 42. 42.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wyatt, Samuel bringing in the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw on 3rd down, Wyatt. That's out to Chubb, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He may try and run for this. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the gun, Wyatt. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a short gain here down to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose.
I don't know what that was. Hit him right in the hands and just dropped it.
He crashed hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Wyatt completes it to Samuel. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Dude, what the fuck is Duke Johnson doing, man? Really? Fucking Duke Johnson?
You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Allen now on first down. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The throw taken in.
What the fuck, guys?
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Duke Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wyatt. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. From the 29, Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw on second down. Wyatt. He completes this to Sutton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Wyatt. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wyatt. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Here's Allen. He's got Burton here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Looking to throw on second down. Wyatt. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Wyatt slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Wyatt escapes the sack. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Wyatt. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
On first down, Wyatt. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for two. From the gun, Wyatt eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Allen now looks to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing on first down. Wyatt. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wyatt. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wyatt. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wyatt, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the gun, Wyatt. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Courtland Sutton there to make the grab. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion.
Dude, did you see I fucking got the onside kick?
Game after the conversion.
I got the onside kick before on the last kick and fucking fumbled it. And he got a touchdown on it.
Kicks they're going to use, and in what sequence?
Fucking garbage.
To win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So Allen's going to look to throw, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Alexander. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Eagles, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.